Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Hawk stayed in Cobra Kai during the events of Cobra Kai Season 6? If you haven't seen the previous parts, I would recommend you go watch them before continuing this one. Spoiler warning for Cobra Kai Season 6, you have been warned. So in this timeline, Hawk would stay in Cobra Kai. In this timeline, Terry Silver would never be exposed, and Cobra Kai would remain open. Kreese would still escape prison, and the events of Season 6 would continue. The police would arrest the Miyagi Fang senseis. Johnny and Chosen would be arrested for breaking and entering and aggravated assault, and they would also arrest Mike Barnes. Daniel would be forced to shut down Miyagi-Do, and the events of Season 6 would continue. And with Miyagi-Do shut down, Daniel wouldn't find the box with Mr. Miyagi's secrets. Cobra Kai would continue to expand and grow. Kenny would continue to bully Anthony in this timeline. Robbie would once again be admitted into West Valley High. Robbie would move back in with Shannon. Daniel would visit Johnny and Chosen in prison. And Carmen, Miguel, and Robbie would visit Johnny in prison. Johnny and Chosen would get into a couple fights, and those events would carry on. Kyler and Hawk would still be friends. Hawk would visit Kyler at his college, and he would also see Brooks there. Brooks and Hawk would see each other, and Hawk would still want to mess with Brooks. Hawk would see that Kyler was pledging to get into fraternity, and he wouldn't like how this made Cobra Kai look bad. So Hawk would fight the fraternity president, and he would strike first. So Hawk, Kyler, and a couple other Cobras would fight the fraternity, and they would show no mercy, and eventually they would defeat them. Another house would still find out about the fight, and they would still offer Kyler a spot. Those events would stay the same. Robbie would still see Kenny around the valley, and he would still want to convince him to leave Cobra Kai, but Kenny would still want to hear it. Miguel, Sam, and Dimitri would want to focus on to getting into a good school, but Hawk would want to focus on his training, and he would want to train for the Saikai Taikai. Cobra Kai would continue training for the Saikai Taikai, and eventually it would be revealed that the Saikai Taikai would take place in Barcelona, so Cobra Kai would choose a team of 6 to compete in the Saikai Taikai. Hawk and Tori would be captains of the Cobra Kai team. Kenny would want to convince Sean to join Cobra Kai so that he can go with him to Barcelona. And at first, Sean would be against it, but he would see how much it meant to Kenny, so Sean would join Cobra Kai in this timeline. So Cobra Kai's team would consist of Hawk, Tori, Kenny, and Sean, Kyler, and Devin. Terry Silver would continue to train Hawk, and Hawk would continue to fight with no honor and no mercy. Hawk and the Cobra Kais would become even bigger bullies in the valley, and Hawk would continue to mess with Dimitri. Dimitri would want to fight back, but Hawk would easily defeat him, and he would beat up Dimitri. The Cobra Kais and the Miyagi Fang students would still have their rivalry. Hawk and Miguel would still be enemies, and Hawk would still want to fight Miguel, so Hawk and the Cobra Kais would fight Miguel, but Robbie would step in, and he would start fighting alongside Miguel, so Miguel and Robbie would team up against the Cobra Kais, and Kenny would fight Robbie. The fight would continue, but the Cobra Kais would outnumber them, and the Cobra Kais would defeat Miguel and Robbie. Those events would carry on. Kreese would eventually get in contact with Sensei Kim Daeun, and it would be in secret. Kim Daeun would be surprised to see Kreese. Kreese would tell her that he was framed and to not trust Terry Silver. Kim Daeun would believe Kreese, and they would start to form a plan to take down Terry Silver. Tori's mom would still pass away. Eventually the Saikai Taikai would happen, and Terry Silver's Cobra Kai would be there to compete. And that is where I'm going to end part 1. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Hawk stayed in Cobra Kai during the events of Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.